Soft hand drill. It's a fun drill to do with your teams. Both your paddles are out, your hands are your paddles. Both your hands are out, left and right, and you're just passing it amongst each other. You can change up the pass, who you pass to, which hand you pass to. A couple things here is you're working on fast twitch, you're working on reaction and awareness. The other thing that we have in this game that we don't really focus on a lot is once we pass the ball, are we ready to receive it again? This is just another element that we can work on in the soft hand drill. Here in our fundamental passing, we have a wrist pass. Here in the wrist passing, you'll see that the arm stays as straight as possible, and you're really utilizing the wrist. Overemphasize the wrist. Snap the wrist with the pass, keeping your arm still. Each offensive player, before they pass the ball, you'll see them elevate past their rib cage. We try to get every player to do this in passing drills. It's more about quality than quantity in your passing. Think about the mechanics of passing. The wrist is the last snap or control of the ball. So if you can strengthen the wrist by using these type of passing drills, you're going to notice more of a snap release, as well as being able to pass the ball to your left or your right with a quick relift. The crunch drill. This is another element of mechanics that you have to utilize when you're throwing the ball. Think of a pitcher on the mound. He falls forward with his torso throwing the ball. Here we don't have much of a mound to throw from, so we have to utilize our stomach to throw that ball for us. The above water camera should illustrate that the body is throwing the ball. Notice the arm is not moving much. It's the body that's moving to throw the ball. All the energy is being forced through the stomach, through the arm, through the wrist. All we're doing in these last two drills is try to break down the mechanics as far as possible, utilizing the wrist and the core strength of your body to make passes. This allows us to take the drills to the next level. The cross-face passing drill is one of the hardest things to do in the game of water polo. If you notice here in the players, their body is facing the person they're passing the ball to, not receiving from. You want to break the steps down to less steps, then add more steps. What I mean by that, if you're facing who you're receiving the ball from, you're having to catch the ball, turn your body, and then pass it to your person you want to pass to. Here you notice in this offensive player, as he's receiving the ball, his body is already turned, his shoulders are already facing in a throwing motion to the person in front of him. He's receiving that ball above his forehead or a little bit in front of his face, bringing it back in one fluid motion and releasing it to his partner. The other concept you can do here is notice his elevation of the game. When he catches the ball, he's elevating with the ball as they're receiving it, ready to pass to the next guy, eliminating unnecessary steps. Another simple drill, but great for the legs and the motor learning skills. It is so important that every passing drill you make your players or you yourself get out of the water as high as possible. If you get used to passing at your max height, you'll take that skill to the game. If you pass with low positioning, shoulders in the water, chin touching the water, you will utilize that in the game. But if your body is out of the water, you're able to have fast twitch or turn your torso quicker without the resistance. The vertical to horizontal to vertical drill. Just like the game, you're going from the vertical position of receiving the ball to swimming with the ball, back to the vertical of passing the ball. This is a great drill to work on of getting your leading leg to drive it up into your chest to get you back in the vertical. If you notice the underwater cameras, in the vertical position, your breaststroke kick is what starts you and gets you going in your swim, in your horizontal position. And then when you're going from your horizontal position back to your vertical, that leading leg is driving you up for that foundation to get your body back in the vertical. Scoop pass. It's a great pass to utilize when you're in a swimming motion on a counterattack or in a front court when you need to scoop the pass to your offensive player. In the scoop pass, you'll notice the outside hand is the hand that makes the pass to your offensive player. The dive. The dive is a great tool to use in all aspects of the game on a front court offense or a counterattack. The moving into the open pocket or open water without or with the ball. It's a strong, powerful kick breaststroke with the leading hand directing you which way you want to go. If you notice in this passing drill, as the offensive players are receiving the ball, they're moving and diving into an open area with the ball, elevating to a vertical passing the ball. The underwater camera shows from receiving the ball, the work rate of the legs, to a big breaststroke kick and the leading hand reaching out in front of them to gain new ground. Once they gain that open water, the leading leg is going to come up into their chest for that foundation and get them back into the vertical. It's important in the fundamental passing that you utilize your legs. The basics to fundamental passing is all in the body positioning. If you have proper positioning with the split egg beater, you're going to be able to make a great pass to an open player.